Well, guys, a lot of things are changing. Hey guys, welcome to my property over in eastern Kentucky. Just listen to this. It's just incredible. So peaceful out here. I love coming up here into the woods.
3620 Whiskey, Centennial Tower, wind 1903, fly runway heading, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 17 left, clear for takeoff, 3620 Whiskey. All right, son, we're clear. You ready? Yep.
November 20 Whiskey, contact departure.
Over to departure, 3620 Whiskey. Have a great day. Good morning, Denver departure, Cherokee 3620 Whiskey. Runway heading and 6,400 for 8,000.
Cherokee 3620 Whiskey, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain at 9,000.
Climb and maintain 9,000, 3620 Whiskey.
November 20 Whiskey, turn a left heading of 090, expect direct Goodland to VOR.
090, expect direct Goodland, 3620 Whiskey.
Southwest 3677, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
All instruments are looking good, son.
FedEx 1487, Denver approach, flight heading of 320 to join J80, climb and maintain, flight level 230. Cherokee 20 Whiskey, proceed direct Goodland VOR.
Direct Goodland VOR, 3620 Whiskey. All right, guys, welcome to Flying Dirty. So, finally, we get to our first time taking the airplane since we moved to our house
1569,
in
Denver
Kentucky.
departure, radar contact.
How does that feel, son?
So it's still going to be a little long, but it's not going to be as long.
It's still going to be a little long.
That's 8 hours, man.
8 hours. Would you rather have 8 hours or would you rather drive 20?
8.
Okay, then. I tell you, son, you're spoiled.
You know how many things I could do in 8 hours?
Cessna 15 Tango, if you're not already, change to my frequency.
Yeah, be on the computer for 8 hours like you always do.
I mean, yeah, but I could do a lot of other stuff in 8 hours.
Like be on the computer more.
20 Whiskey, contact Denver Center, 133.905.
133.905, 3620 Whiskey. Have a great one.
Denver Center, this is November 3620 Whiskey at 9,000.
3620 Whiskey, Denver Center, the alignment altimeter 2989er.
2989er, 3620 Whiskey.
So yeah, guys, we're going to show you some clips of us driving the van, and you know, you're going to see us suffering. And yeah, since we moved to the house, this is our first time
Timer expired.
flying the Cherokee 6. So we feel pretty good about that. What do you think, son?
Yeah.
So let's see, where are we at? Look at that, we've been flying for 26 minutes, okay? And we are approaching, what are we approaching, son?
Lyman?
We're approaching Lyman. This is an airport that I come to quite often to practice and stuff like that. So here we are flying 26 minutes into our flight since takeoff, and we're already approaching Lyman. Let's go to the right and see how we're doing and how long it took us to get to Lyman.
And it's a good thing that I have a box truck because I looked at U-Haul, and to rent a box truck from Denver to Kentucky, it would have cost me a little over $4,000. And plus, of course, the fuel, and that was only for 5 days. Pretty ridiculous. So thank goodness that I have box trucks. So we've been on the road for 1 hour and 17 minutes, and we still haven't gotten to Lyman. And we get to Lyman in the airplane in 20 minutes. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so as you can see, here's the line. We just crossed the Colorado border. So now we're in Kansas. We've been flying for 1 hour and 10 minutes. And yeah, let's see how long it took us to cross the border in the GMC. So 3 hours, and we just reached Goodland, Kansas. Now in 3 hours in the Saratoga, we would be almost halfway by now. How does that make you feel?
Okay.
You know, when you're used to flying around, you get spoiled, and driving long distances is almost, it's like torture. So there it is. It took us 1 hour in the Cherokee 6 to cross the Kansas-Colorado border. We left today. I was thinking about leaving tomorrow, but the reason we're not doing it tomorrow, the reason we're not doing this flight tomorrow is because of this system here. You can see there's the weather system, and there would be a lot of icing and stuff like that tomorrow. This weather system's just going to basically cover the area where we're going to go and fly to. So today was the best day to fly, no doubt about that. The thing is, every time we drive, we basically burn 2 days because we drive, we spend a night over in Illinois, and then we keep going the rest of the way the next day. So it's actually, well, if I'm using the truck, it's actually cheaper to fly. Because the truck, boy, that truck is about 6 to 7 miles a gallon. So you add the expense of fuel and the hotel room, and flying will turn out to be cheaper. Not only that, but it only takes us 7 hours in the Saratoga without any winds. And in the Cherokee 6, without any winds, it takes us about 7.5 to 8 hours. But yeah, guys, I tell you what, flying is amazing. It's joy. I certainly, we're privileged and blessed to be able to do this. The annual is coming up for the Saratoga, so I'm going to have to bring the Saratoga back to Centennial for the annual at some point. And then the Cherokee 6 annual will be 2 months after the Saratoga. While one of the airplanes is at annual, I'll still have another airplane. So that's pretty cool when you can do that. I feel pretty empty whenever my airplane, the Cherokee 6, used to be at annual before I had the Saratoga, and I was left out without an airplane. That was an empty feeling. Now, here it is, guys. We're crossing Kansas. And let me tell you, Kansas, here, let me turn on this camera for you. Since my co-worker here, he's asleep. So here we go, guys. Here you go. Give you a glimpse of our instrumentation here on the Cherokee 6. I'll tell you what, I love this sky view. And I would put this system on my Saratoga as well. But I just don't want this, I mean, don't get me wrong. This Autopilot is a really good Autopilot. As you can see, it is pretty accurate. It's maintaining us, you know, right on the altitude. And forget about the tracking. I mean, right now we have it on GPSS mode. And when you have it on GPSS mode, this thing will fly you like it's on tracks, okay? I mean, look at that. It's following that magenta line. Like it's on a railroad track. Like, look at that, right on that track. It's awesome. But my main problem with this is that when I bought this True Track, it was when True Track was owned by True Track. But now, a few years ago, they sold over to Bendix King, and a lot of things changed. One of the things that really aggravated me, that I felt that, you know, it was probably a big lie, misinformation to get a lot of people to buy into this Autopilot. So that was that they were working on approvals for releasing the limitation on your AGL. And the other thing is for releasing the limitation on the coupled approaches. And now it's become apparent that they are not going to do that. So I feel like they lied to the public. You know, I felt like they betrayed us. And for that reason, I will not buy another True Track. Now, if you're a VFR pilot, I suppose this would be a really good option for you. But if you fly a lot of IFR like I do, I like flying IFR, this will not be the Autopilot for you. For me, I love this setup. The only problem that I have is that I feel like they lied to us with this True Track. But nevertheless, I'm still happy with this system overall. Very nice system. But what I wanted to show you was here, we're in Kansas now. There's the state of Kansas. So while we're in Kansas, this is all you get. It is a boring drive.
Well, for the first like 5 hours, it was boring. There was nothing to do, nothing to see.
There's nothing to see, and Kansas is a very long state. It takes forever to cross Kansas. When you're driving, it's just a very boring, torturing drive. Flying is not a big deal. It's pretty awesome. I don't mind it at all when I'm flying. But yeah, there's nothing to see. Nothing to see in Kansas. No trees or anything. All right, guys, so here we are. Flying the old Cherokee 6. I tell you, I love this airplane. This airplane has been amazing for the family. It's taken us to a lot of places, but I was going to take the Saratoga. We were actually supposed to take the Saratoga on this trip to Kentucky, but we decided to take the Cherokee 6. And can anybody comment and guess why we had to take the Cherokee 6? I'll give you a few moments here to comment. Don't give me the answer after I tell you. Go ahead and comment now. Take a wild guess why we had to take the Cherokee 6. So we had to take the Cherokee 6 because we are jam-packed. Look at all this stuff back here. We're jam-packed. So we're taking this stuff over to the house over in Kentucky. And look at that. It is jam-packed. That is the great thing about the Cherokee 6 is you can load this sucker up. I mean, you can load it. Got almost a 1,600-pound useful load versus the Saratoga. The Saratoga only has a little over 1,000 pounds useful load. So when I started doing all my weights and balances, I was going to be over on my weight balance on the Saratoga. So then I was like, well, looks like we're not going to be taking the Saratoga. We're going to have to take the Cherokee 6. So here we are taking the Cherokee 6. And this is the reason I decided to keep this one as well. I like the Saratoga when I fly by myself and don't have to carry much load because it is much faster and it gets you there quicker, and I do a lot of cross-country flying. But
Switch fuel tank.
But the reality is that I could not get rid of this airplane because when I fly my family around, for example, in a few weeks, we're about to take a family vacation, and we're all going to be packing this airplane and loading it up. And we can't do that with the Saratoga unless you sacrifice a lot of fuel, which will then become senseless because then I'll have to stop like every 2 hours or so. So while you go pretty fast, you'll be losing your momentum on your time because you have to make frequent stops. So we'll be taking the Cherokee 6 on these family trips. All right, here we are, guys. We're approaching the 2-hour time mark, but we are 1/3 across Kansas in 2 hours. Okay, so from Denver, we've crossed 1/3 of Kansas in 2 hours from takeoff. And in the truck, we would just be passing Lyman. What a difference it makes, huh? All right, we are even now on the tank, so let's go ahead and switch it to the left tip. And we'll reset the timer. There we go. Pretty excited to get back to Kentucky. And guys, our chicks are laying eggs. My neighbor sent me a picture. My neighbor lives, can't even see his house from my house. But he comes by and checks on the animals for me. Really good neighbors that we have. So I'm grateful for them. We'll be making breakfast with our own eggs pretty soon. That's pretty cool. It's wintertime, so in wintertime, they don't lay as many eggs as the summer. But it's pretty cool to still have them laying eggs here and there. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back. It's been a while since I rode my side-by-side. But check this out. So a little bit over 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay. And we are halfway through Kansas. Look at that. Now, look at that. This is why we didn't leave tomorrow, because this storm system's going to head over this area tonight. So I didn't want to catch none of that. So we decided to leave today. And a lot of this system is actually going to be heading over to Kentucky as well. So all these bands are going to head up to Kentucky tomorrow.
20 Whiskey, flying altimeter 3000.
3000, 3620 Whiskey.
November 509er Alpha Mike, Skyman altimeter 29901. More
so while you're talking, you still have to pay attention to what's going on. So we're about 2 hours and 35 minutes into our flight from Denver.
November 680 Charlie Mike,
and we are
maintain 5,000.
About halfway through Kansas. Big difference when you're flying. So yeah, guys, I'm pretty excited to show you some of the videos from the property. It's been pretty cool. It's been a heck of a great experience. We'll be up there hiking and riding the ATVs on those trails. All right, guys, so here we are. Check this out. So we're approaching 3 hours and 51 minutes into the flight. And here we are, guys, approaching Kansas City. So where will we be in the GMC? All right, guys, so here we are back en route, back to, on our way back to Illinois. So there it is. This is one thing about driving. We had a tire blow on us, the rear tire. All right, so we just changed the tire. It is hot as heck over here. As you can see, I'm sweating. But luckily, we found a place that was open on Saturday. Apparently, in these small towns, everybody's closed on the weekends, but we were very fortunate to find a place, and we got the tires changed. I decided to do both of them in the back, but here we are. We're rolling, and he's the one that spotted it out.
See, look, you can see, like, before it was kind of like that, or no, like that. It's
Yep, so there you go. Now we're on our way back. Thank goodness we got that done. And that delayed us about 2 hours. And the problem with these small towns is that it's Saturday and hardly anybody's open. And then the ones that were open, because of the shortages and crap like that,
didn't have the tires.
They didn't have the tires. We're back on the road. We were thinking we'd have to stay here over the weekend until Monday, until all the places open back up. Didn't want to do that. But there's another headache of driving. That's what happens when you drive. So yeah, by now, in the airplane, we would have been in Kentucky by now. Yeah, we are about 25 minutes from our destination, so we're getting really close to our destination airport, which is Higginsville Industrial. First time I've landed on that airport. Usually I land over at Marshall, which is this one over here. But the fuel price is shown a little more than Higginsville, so that's why we decided to stop over there at Higginsville. Give them some shout outs since they're working with us on that fuel price.
84, contact Kansas City Center 127.72.
So yeah, here we are, about to cross the Kansas-Missouri border. And that river right here that you see below us, that is actually the border. So we are on the right-hand side of the river. So we're still in Kansas, but on the other side is Missouri. All right, we've already canceled our IFR flight plan, so we don't have to worry about that. Everything is set. Landing checklist is completed. Got mixture prop. Flaps are full. All right, welcome to Higginsville, Missouri, our first stop. And now we will fuel up, and then we'll head on over to Kentucky. Okay, you ready, son?
Yeah.
Well, this thing takes off over here. Be nice if it performed like this in Denver. Kansas City Center, good afternoon. November 3620 Whiskey.
We're 3620 Whiskey. Are you off the ground?
That is affirmative, sir. We just took off, and we're at 2,600.
We're 3620 Whiskey, squawk 1704.
1704, November 3620 Whiskey.
November 161 Papa Alpha, cross the Tiger intersection at maintain.
They were waiting for me, son.
3000. Kansas City altimeter is 2993. Or 3620 Whiskey's radar contact about 10 miles east of Higginsville. Say your altitude.
We're passing 3,300 now.
20 Whiskey altitude checks cleared to the Sierra Juliet Sierra Airport via direct, maintain 7,000, altimeter 2993.
We took off, and we've been flying for about an hour.
120 Duet Charlie, descend and maintain
First time we drove.
Contact approach 126.5.
You remember what happened, son?
6,026.5, chance 0 Charlie, take care.
What is that? Ba-bam.
Tire, go, bam.
Tire, go, kabam.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a litter scenario where I think, in Kansas. We were in Kansas, and we had a flat, and it was on the weekend, so everybody either closed early or they weren't open. And if they were open, a lot of them, because of shortage of supplies, they were out of that tire that I needed. Well, we got lucky and we found one that had the tire, and we made it just in time before they closed. Boy, that was frustrating. But we got the tire done, we got it changed, and
Wisconsin 3751,
we carried on.
Kansas City Center 127.2.
So that first trip was a bit of a pain. Yeah, that was frustrating. We made it to the largest city in Kentucky, Louisville. We have about an hour left. We've been flying. We took off from Higginsville, Missouri. Louisville, Kentucky, guys. There's the map. We flew all the way from Denver. We're almost at our destination. After 3 hours and 52 minutes, we're finally making our approach over to Big Sandy Airport.
November 20 Whiskey, 20 miles from Victory, cross Victory at or above 4,000, clear RNAV runway 21 approach, Big Sandy Airport.
Cross Missouri at 4,000 or above and clear the RNAV approach at Big Sandy, 3620 Whiskey. All right, let's switch the fuel tank. We'll put it on the main. Fuel pump is on. Fuel pressure 5.5. We're good. Okay, we're at 4,000. Let's enrich in the mixture a little bit more. Go ahead and do our prop now.
Switch fuel tank.
Already did that. Home number 2, son.
Yep, home number 2.
In the Appalachian Mountains. Big Sandy Regional, good evening. You have a Cherokee 6 approaching on the RNAV 21. We'll be doing a full stop. Big Sandy.
It's Big Sandy. When you're showing calm, you're on your reported traffic.
Sounds good. Thank you.
500.
500.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
There are the minimums. Good speed. All right, we made it. Welcome to Big Sandy, guys. That's how you get that fire going there, boy. Look at that fire, boy. What you know about building a fire like this, boy? Your papa taught you how to build a fire like this, boy? Huh? Answer me, boy. That's some good fire there, boy. You know I can't live without my radio. So I gotta have my music while I'm working. It takes a lot of time to set that crap up, but I enjoy myself working with music. Every now and then, you get one of these. Chop it up, boy.
This is a lot of work. Yes. You don't come out here to live in the woods if you're lazy. That's one thing for sure. This trail should take us all the way to the top of the property. And there it is. We're already climbing. That's why I like this thing. You can load it up and then look at this. We've done all of this and it is done all the way around that curve. You can't even see it from here, but it's quite a bit, quite a ways. And we've done it. So now we're gonna try to get this side by side up here. Hopefully we won't get stuck, but I think we'll be all right. That's the end of one trail. And we got the side by side all the way up here. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of room up here to do whatever you want to do. You could even build you an off-grid cabin up here. It's pretty nice to have a lot of property. And with these and this property, look at the trails. You got one trail here, another trail that goes here. You've got another trail that goes way around there. You got another trail here. You've got another trail here. This is the one I came up with. And I turned to the right, but there's another trail that continues going straight. So there's a lot of trails in this property. And I like that. This has everything I was pretty much looking for. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are looking for something very similar. You're looking to get out of the city and find something peaceful. And I don't blame you.